All right, bro, you ready to get started?
Yeah, man.
Dude, what are you doing?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so today I am super excited to get into this video, and I want to thank one person in particular for this video, and that is Trevor Singer. He is the owner of the Detail Lab in Frisco, Texas. So very easy to get to. Like I said, it's in Frisco. If you live in the DFW, do me a favor, give him a call, find out exactly what he could do for your car, whether it is paint correcting your car and ceramic coating it, or just a typical detail. If you don't want to do that yourself and you want it to be absolutely perfect, take it to him. He's got great pricing and does such a fantastic job. And on top of that, he's such a nice guy, has become such a great friend of mine, and I know you will have wonderful experience with him. All of his information is linked below right now in the description, but it's also up on the screen so that you can see exactly where he's at and what his phone number is. So enjoy this as Trevor will take you through all of the different steps to get rid of the little swirls and scratches from the factory, doing a paint correction on my car, first of all cleaning it, and then once he's done with that, adding UndrDog, which is an amazing product, and 5-year coating to the car to make it glisten with a high gloss like you've never seen before. Enjoy. So I'm here at the Detail Lab.
Wow, it's so low.
So what do you think, man?
Wow. I didn't know what to expect, but it's so much lower than, I mean, it appears so much lower than Darren's because of your graphics.
Oh, because of the graphics?
And the side skirt. Wow.
So tell us what you're doing today, Trevor.
So we're gonna prep it right now. We're gonna get it ready for paint correction and coating. And we'll kind of go over like what the car needs for it.
Okay.
So mostly just we'll get it prepped, we'll get it clean, we'll roll it forward, we'll get it taped off, and then we'll kind of go through like the discovery process of like what either pads we use, either being like a microfiber or the foam, and then what compound that we'll use just to see what works best and fastest. And then we'll clean all that off, get it ready for coating, and then we'll put the 5-year coat on it.
Sweet. So, as I said in the title, I changed my mind about this car. I've decided that I am not going to put the front PPF on there. It just didn't work out the way I thought it was going to work out as far as timing goes. I really wanted to get this thing coated and everything else done to it. So that's what I'm going to do for now, is just that. Also, I kind of changed my mind about the mirrors. I'm not 100% sure yet about this part, but I'm actually thinking about removing this as well. So I'm definitely removing the red on the mirrors. I just think it's going to look better, but I think that the only red that should be on this car as far as the front goes is this awesome red stripe. So we'll see, but let's get started on this.
Yeah. What if you do the bottom? What if you kept the bottom? No? It's kind of cool.
Yeah, actually, that's not bad.
It looks better. It matches the little thin line.
It doesn't look bad now.
All right, guys. So we just applied the perps onto the car. And it's basically what the perps is. It's going to pull out all the contaminant from the pores of the paint. So you can see all this contaminant coming out in purple. So we let this dwell on there for about a minute or so. Remember, the paint is nice and cool. You don't want to do this on hot paint. Then we are going to soap her down.
All right, so Trevor soaked it completely down with the foam cannon. And now we're going to go ahead and take some wash mitts to it and get it.
A little 2-bucket wash?
Yeah, 100% spotless.
So we just got done doing the wash. And now we've done the wash and like the clay bar treatment. We did the iron fallout, now we've done the wash. I've rinsed off all the dirty and clean water now. Now I'm gonna hit it with our lubricant, basically for the clay.
The clay bar.
This will save you like 45 minutes to an hour, this step, doing it during the wash process.
Oh, nice.
Because a lot of people, what they do is they wash the whole car, they dry the whole car, and then they'll bring it inside, grab their clay lube, their clay bar, and do it one section at a time. If we're doing it like this, we can just go ahead and do it during the wash process, and then we can just dry it and then get straight to work. So
nice.
We're gonna use the soap as our clay lube.
Sweet.
So these are the little clay mitts that I use. Just got a little thin membrane of the clay.
Nice.
So this is really a really fine clay, so where it's not gonna mar up the paint too much, where it'll be really easy for us still to correct it. Okay. We're not having to work against ourselves.
Awesome.
So the reason for the clay bar is we still need to remove contaminant from the pores of the paint, because at the microscopic level, paint has these valleys in it.
Right.
So when you rub your hand over it or you hear that like sandpaper, that's contaminant in the pore of the paint. The job of the perps or the iron fallout is to help pull that stuff out of the paint or the pore. And then sometimes there's still stuff on the top of it. That's why you have these. You hear that?
Wow.
Just that little bit.
Yeah,
so that's stuff like when you're correcting or doing your compound stuff or your polishing step, the cleaner and the more raw the paint is, the easier it is and the faster it is you can work. When you don't do this step, you find out during your correction process is like, dang, I'm working way harder now because the paint wasn't as clean as it possibly was.
Gotcha.
And you'll see it when you start wiping off the compound.
And just so you know, we can't touch any of the vinyl that's on this. We have to be very careful around the vinyl with this clay bar because otherwise it will scratch it. So it's all nice and clean now, Trevor.
Nice and prepped.
Yeah.
Now it's for the step that usually people like to miss.
With the blue tape?
Yeah, so like what I like to do is like, it's really rubbers and plastics that you gotta look out for. So like, I'm sure everyone has seen it before. And you see a brand new car, even a used car, and you start to look at the moldings.
Yes.
And you see that they're white or chalky and there's like crap all in it. That's from guys at the dealership or like other detail guys that they're not masking off those areas, because what happens with these compounds, when they hit rubber and plastic, they're so porous that all that compound just sticks to it. Right. And if you don't get it off within a couple of hours, it's bad news. It's bad. So take the 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Tape your stuff off.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like a painter.
Yeah, it's all in the prep.
Do the same thing.
It's all in the prep, and it looks really professional.
Right.
When you do it. And it just makes it really easy at the end. You just rip
Peel
it all off
and
you're all done.
Yeah, that's awesome. Man, the more and more I look at this car lowered, it's just like...
It's coming alive.
It's a dream come true.
Yeah, it's definitely coming alive.
Freaking awesome.
Okay, you see that right there? That circle that he's looking at right there, that was a fisheye in the paint. And so what a fisheye looks like is like literally it looks like a nib in the paint where it's up like this. Okay. What they did at the factory is they sanded that down. That's why there's that tight little circle that was right there. Uh-huh. So that's what I see on most of the C8s is they removed these little defects and they didn't polish it out. Gotcha. So like if you have a darker color, you're lucky with this car because I mean, even if we just made a quick pass on it, we're probably not going to see a whole bunch of these on this. Right. I mean, like where you wouldn't see it, but I would probably see it. But like on a darker color car, like if your car is not a metallic, you probably got 8 to 10 of these things all over the car. Yeah. That's why if you're going to do a ceramic coating or any type of sealants, waxes or anything, you want to address stuff like this before you seal it in. Yeah. That's why I get it. Like if you just want to coat it and you want to make it easier to maintenance on it and everything, but like, again, you're telling your car that, hey, I'm okay with these imperfections to be locked in for the next 3 to 5 years.
Yeah, you don't want that.
No. So
yeah,
take the extra step, but let's, you know, what I like to do with a new client is walk them over the car to make sure that they see what I see.
Right.
That way, hey, do we really need to paint correct this? Do we absolutely have to? And see, this is what I was seeing in your videos when you first got it, those real hairline, small scratches.
Yep.
Those are, when you see straight line scratches, that's usually human made.
Okay.
So with the towel,
right.
dry towel, dry paint, scratch.
Oh yeah.
So, but yeah, it's mostly, yeah, there's just a little bit of wavy holograms.
Oh yeah, I see them.
Well, and now if we're seeing this now, you know, 6 inches to a foot away, once we get the visual imperfections corrected, it's going to look absolutely wet from 10 feet away.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
So,
yeah. Awesome. Well, I can't wait.
Yes.
So let's get started.
Let's do it.
So let's see if we can show you guys this. This is paint corrected on the rear spoiler. And then you get to the halfway point right at the Stingray, and look at the difference.
You have that big old dry scratch right there.
And actually you can see it really good like this. Look at that. Awesome, man. It's looking really nice. All right, Trevor, what's next? It's looking absolutely amazing.
So I just got done with the paint correction step. We've taken off all the tape and everything like that. Now it's the really important part. We're gonna prep it again for the coating step, which we're gonna basically be using. You can use isopropyl alcohol, you can use stuff from Lowe's, it's called like panel prep. What I actually use is a product called CarPro Eraser. It's it's basically like a light detergent that's gonna remove any of the compounds or polish or wax left over or soap residue that's left over. Just gonna make the paint nice and raw where the coating can adhere to it.
Cool. All right, Trevor, what's next?
So we just panel prepped. Now we're ready for coating. So I've got our two towels, our two big old plush towels, our applicator, and our UndrDog Pro.
balance the pH with this alkaline alkalize and finish with a copolymer dual action emollient to reduce the... What is all this?
Taking care of your car shouldn't sound like a science experiment. Meet UndrDog, the do-it-yourself, no BS way to spruce up your ride at home. You don't need to be a car person to wrap your head around UndrDog. We make affordable, easy-to-use, professional quality car care for everyone, from average Joes to souped-up pros. You see, there's a lot of snake oil salesmen who get paid to peddle their subpar solutions with meaningless names that uses unnecessary jargon, like
Nanoceramic titanium graphene.
At UndrDog, we give it to you straight. Start with our UndrDog soap. You can tell it's soap because it's called soap. A coating-safe thick foam that loosens dirt and grime. Then, the perps. Like a blacklight for your car that highlights filth before getting rid of it. Finish it all off with UndrDog Pro, a multi-year professional-grade coating to protect your car. We don't need to pay people to sing our praises. Our 5-star reviews sing for themselves. Click the link to check out our full lineup and join the UndrDog revolution.
Awesome.
So what you're gonna see me do is the way I like to do it. I like to coat the whole car.
Okay.
In one sitting. So with this coating, you've got anywhere from about 15 minutes max flash time. Where when I say flash time is like, when you see us apply it, it'll look like a rainbow for a second. That's the flash.
Sure.
So with a typical coating, you usually have anywhere from like 30 seconds to upwards about 2 minutes.
Okay.
Typically to get it off. With this one, we have a little bit longer carrier product, so it's going to carry the product a little bit longer and allow the flash time to be a lot longer. So what we're going to do is we'll start at the big part in the back. We'll do the whole deck lid, the fenders, the rear end, and we'll work our way forward.
Okay.
The way I like to get my applicator started is do a generous amount on there. Now you're ready to rock.
Nice. He's hashtagging it.
Yep. And if you look over here on this nacelle, you can see the coating
rainbow.
actually. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Now let me get out of the, there we go. Yep.
One thing you want to pay attention to if you're going to be doing this at your house or whatever, you need to pay attention to the humidity in the room.
Right.
Because if it's a humid, hot day and you're doing this, the coating is going to appear that it's sticky and tacky just because of the humidity in the room. So if you can keep it nice and cool, that's really the best.
That's the best case scenario. And the protection that this stuff gives you is just incredible. You guys have already seen quite a few times with my car, with his car, with Darren's car. When you wash it after this thing has been coated, the water runs off so fast, you can't even get the foam to stick to it. Even dust doesn't stick to it. So it's just incredible what it does for you on the maintenance side of your car. And don't forget, this is UndrDog. You guys know their products are always linked in the description below. And you guys can always get a discount with my BOS code that's in the description below as well.
Oh my God, this thing is glistening.
Oh, it's ridiculous. All right, Trevor. Well, the car looks absolutely incredible, as I knew it would.
It came out good.
Yeah, it came out really good. So thank you so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
I appreciate it. And everybody that lives in the DFW,
come on down.
Come on. Come to the detail lab. Even if you're not super close to Frisco, it's not it's not that hard to get to.
No, and if you're a guy that doesn't want to drive the car here, I've got guys that we have one of the best tow truck companies that they have one of the lowest profile trucks that we can go pick up anything.
Nice.
So it's pretty affordable. So that's what we do over at Cody's shop all the time. So if we have any, thing like that, that's easy to get around.
Awesome. Well, I will link everything down in the description below so that people can see how to get in contact with you.
Perfect.
You do have a website.
Yep. The detaillabtexas.com. You can reach me on there. I've got a Google. It's got hundreds of pictures on there. I've got a Instagram, Facebook.
And YouTube.
Yep. YouTube also. Come follow.
All right. Well, we will get him all linked up below. And again, thank you. If you guys enjoyed this, give it a big thumbs up. Give him a huge thumbs up. Thank you so much, Trevor. And you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you guys
out on the road.
Out on the road.